Alrighty, so this would be episode 5, I believe. We're getting close to 1300, or this is 1212 actually. I thought he was a little higher than this, but Wolf Kovacs, he's been a long time viewer. He's actually pretty, I've had some good games versus him in, I believe, free-for-alls. He's been very, very strong in those. Anyways, we're going to be doing Atlantean here. I'm going to be doing Uranus. So far, there's been a couple of things that have propped up in this series that I think have been really, really educational. In this one, we're going to be focusing in on the sort of game plan that Uranus has access to. Cronus and Gaia don't really have access to this, but Gaia has got a similar game plan to the Egyptians, in that the Egyptians spread obelisks and Gaia spreads Gaia Lush. And Kronos, well, he doesn't have anything like Uranus does. So they're all kind of different. So maybe I'd stay away from Kronos if I was doing this as a training thing, because you just don't have that extra something to add in. But it's still applicable. If you love playing Uranus, play Uranus. All right, so let's go, Mr. Wolf Kovacs. So yeah, Uranus versus Norse. It doesn't matter which god you're playing against. It's still going to be the same game plan. We're just going to make units, and we're going to be looking for our power spikes. We're going to look to punish our opponent taking any sort of greed that they shouldn't be taking, and going from there. Okay, so build order wise, really, really simple stuff. I'm not going to do anything complicated here. No early economic guilds or anything like that. Just going to be getting ourselves sorted out, ready to spam as much income as we possibly can and see if we can win. Now, the thing is, even if things go wrong and we do end up losing, those sort of situations are very, very educational. So if things go wrong, that's even better, right? We can explain why they went wrong and see what happens. So that might be for later. But at this moment, one thing that I said is that if you're playing as a god like Norse or Greek, you can actually do a lot more in the early game. As Atlanteans, part of scouting with Atlanteans is actually doing nothing. However, one thing you can do if you do want to get active and you do want to improve your APM is to simply bounce around your oracles. Bounce around them. Have a look. What's actually happening? What's going on here? Okay, go back to your main base. What's happening here? Oh, maybe we can make sure that we kill off another unit here so that the villages can be a little bit more efficient. Fantastic. Let's watch back over here. Back over here. Back over here. Okay, I don't see any hurt. Oh, I see a hurtable. Let's do that. Make that move. Come up onto this side. Come over here. Come over here. And you can sort of be trying to input the information so you can actually make some good decisions with that information, right? And making your brain start to work that way. And that way you're going to start doing it with more important things than just scouting. So it's just the first part of the whole kit and caboodle, as they like to say. Okay, so continue along here. As soon as we have this 150 gold, we're going to put our temple down. So always have to be looking at your resources, bouncing up to the top of the map, or wherever you've got your resources, whether it's the top left or bottom left or whatever, etc., etc. We aren't going to be going for the Theft of Fire strat here. We are going to be going for a stock standard Uranus play. I think this is the better way to learn to go about it and all that other good stuff. I'm going to keep looking over here and then come this way. Alrighty. Send these guys back here. He's sending this into the corner. I want that for myself. All right, up we go through Oceanus and onto the wood here. This villager will come over onto the gold. Okay, so we do have options to pick up relics. Pelt of Arcus isn't very good. Cathar of Apollo is okay. Rhea's Crown isn't that useful. Eye of Allnu is nice. So I'm going to actually grab that. I see his base here. I'm going to run over here. Try and be nice and safe. Let's grab this and then send back home. Now, my villages are a little bit exposed on the front wood line here, but it's just the closest place for them. If I was being a little bit more careful, I put them on the back. But they're so close to the sentry tower that as long as I'm paying attention, I'm going to be happy. Now, one thing you'll notice here is I've got my Oracle chilling on this spot, checking out the gold mine there. You kind of want to be taking a look at where the town centers are. So I'm actually going to send my Caladria forward, which is one of the big advantages of playing Oceanus over everyone else, is that you just get to know what your opponent's doing. And that's really, really important. So we'll grab this relic. We'll come grab this relic next. And we're going to drop 2 barracks immediately. Now, this is just the game plan part of things, right? We are going to be adapting to what our opponent does at some point. So we just have to start somewhere, right? We're starting with Murmillo. And then when our opponent does something different, we have to start thinking about how we're going to go about that. How about dealing with that? So right into these guys, and also our counter barracks now comes down. Not that I've scouted much, but anyways. I see wood villagers. He's not advanced yet. And of course, I know the gold villagers are there. I'm going to scout around the backside, see what's happening onto that. And I'm going to get myself a Terma, because what counters my Murmillo is the stuff there. Okay, now, next moment here is, I got too many villagers on gold, but I don't know where to send this villager. I'm going to send the villager here and just drop a manor on this position. It's going to be really, really risky if I'm not paying attention. But because I got units out, I'm very happy to do this. Now, I can also do the same onto another position on the back there. So we're going to go onto all 3 of these spots, spreading our villagers out a lot. Now, I do see him over on this spot. Now, if I was playing against someone good and I wasn't playing this specific plan, I would go and attack this. I saw no units around it. It's quite far away from the base. He's putting walls up and doing that. I would go and attack this. But at the moment, I'm actually mostly scared about this position here being open to attack. So I'm going to go deal with that. I'm just going to keep getting my units in and playing defense for the moment. Okay, so that's fine. We can come onto this side as well. I'm going to keep getting our guys in. One thing I find is very annoying is this Oracle hero will continue to come into my map. Okay, so now I don't know what he's doing, and that makes me incredibly nervous. So I'm going to get this upgrade, which puts my units into a pretty nice amount of speed. And I am going to search with my guys to see what's happening. I got my Caladria as backup. I might even knock this house down. I got one eye on the... Okay, that's where he is. Okay, so I see what he's got. He's got a whole bunch of Thorn Axeman. He's got a whole bunch of Murmillo. And I am very happy to say he is building units, which is fantastic. So we're going to sit back. We're going to wait. I don't really need to do a whole lot. I killed off a building there. I'm going to get my spending of everything I possibly can. I've got a lot of villagers on food here, and it's going to be time for another military building shortly. So I'm going to pop that up onto this side. And we definitely do... yeah, we definitely do need quite a bit of stuff now. I see him on gold mines, right? Here, here, and here. So what I'm noticing on this specific situation is, if I can get a sky passage here, here, and here, I get myself an amazing position with Caraballister versus his army versus anyone's army. So that's what we're going to be going for at this point. I'm going to put these villagers over onto wood, and I'm going to send my first villager over here, and one villager up onto this side. That's going to be my goal, to get that sorted out first. I'll continuing to get these guys in. You'll notice I'm using box formation here as well. That's important. And I'm going to send my Oracle forward as well. I'm going to build an Oracle onto this position. Up onto this spot, we're going to get our own sky passage here. And this villager over here is going to sky passage here. This way, we will have such a good position going on this spot, and he is not going to be able to get a gold mine for free easily. No matter what happens, he comes in on this side. If he wants to fight, this is totally fine. I will take a fight. I will drop this on the back side here. And I might even drop this here. We're going to go ahead and drop this over onto this. And we are more than happy to take this fight here. He comes in and tries to kill off our Caraballas. Oh, he got one of those guys. You know, it's probably worth it to run here just because you got that guy and all of our stuff is done. So, there we go. No real problems with running here. And let's come over here. We got a bit of damage. I don't think that was like the best of fights for us, to be honest. So, I mean, it's not an issue, but what we should do here is yet again try and set up for this sort of sky passage position on this gold mine, because we have, oops, we have everything. Oh, that's the problem there. That there is the problem. We have this whole thing set up, so I just kind of want to be around this position and ready to go. So I can actually see him over here. Back we go. I don't want to lose anyone without my Caladria if I can. He's playing really, really well. Okay. And we can attack here. And we can bounce from one side to the other. Trying to kill off as many villagers as we can. Alright. I'm gonna heal off. We don't have our power spike yet, so I'm waiting on that. He is attacking me. Let's come this way. Being pushed off that. That's fine. It's just like a bouncing around thing, I guess, until we can get ourselves a an advantage of some sort, I guess. Okay, so now we're gonna come onto this forward gold mine here. And obviously look to hit his gold mine. Now we have our power spike again. So this should be a lot better for us to take a fight. And kill a bunch of villagers, fine. Half of my units are low HP, so I'm not liking that all too much. I have 2 sky passages on this side. I'm going to sneak down here for something of an attack on his top side and get everything healed. Maybe over here, a house. Maybe an armory. Okay, so he's also got a whole bunch of... let's go ahead and delete this one now. And we're going to go ahead and run around this way, because he's probably going to be here. Get our upgrades in. Honestly, just not good macro for me, but that's fine. One other thing here we can kind of set up is this wall here. We're just going to keep on getting that macro going. Continue our annoying attacks. And we run when he comes. Actually going to do this now. And you can see he's moving back over onto this side, so that's fine. And we should go to the next age now as well. I've just done a lot of damage here. I could probably think about next age and town center to some degree here. Over here maybe. Well, this is just basically the game plan. It's just attacking both sides, I guess. Let's get some heroes, actually. I should have waited on the chaos, to be honest. That was a bit of a mistake, but I got enough infrastructure. I keep spamming, and at this point, I think we run. Right. We keep the stuff going there. Maybe get some Arcus. Maybe some more buildings down. Okay, so where are these guys? Should probably get a. I forgot my my economic guild. Okay, now basically here now my guys are back in. I'm feeling like we can probably get another fight in, especially with chaos. Though we don't actually have any upgrades for this, so what if we do this? All right, there you go. GG. But yeah, the idea is that we're just trying to do as much as we possibly can while keeping those resources as low as we possibly can. So I don't actually even think that this specific way of playing Uranus is like super strong. In fact, you could kind of see how it was kind of getting a little bit messed up because I'm investing quite a lot actually into these sky passages. The villagers are idle for a long time to walk over there. That means even if we're macroing quite well, our opponent is probably going to get into some trouble. Sorry, we're going to get into some trouble if we're forcing fights. But the idea here isn't even to be finding wins. It's to, well, I mean, it is to find wins, but it's to find wins because you've done certain things really well, because you've macroed really well, because you got the resources looking really, really nice. Here you can see 400 wood, 100 gold. This is 600 resources in the bank. My buildings each have got about 1 unit in them, which is about what you want. 2 units in them is kind of bad, but yeah, that's the general idea here. The sky passages bouncing around. If you're playing this with Gaia, Instead of trying to bounce around with the sky passages, you literally just draw a line from your base to the middle of the map, and then you split up to the top and you split down to the bottom with economic guilds and manors. Anyways, thank you, Wolf Kovacs, for the fun game. Hopefully this one was educational. It was a little bit messy, but tried to explain the thought process to some degree, getting around the map like that. But some sneaky moves like leaving the citizens into corners and things like that. You try and do it, even if you go this way or go this way. If you get caught out, it's fine. You go into the next part of the game. Didn't get to show that off. Probably should have. But anyways, GG.